What is up, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to the channel. You know the spiel. It's craft beer in Michigan specifically. We're back into the Arvons of the world. It is their brand new Summer Shine Hazy Double IPA, clocking in an 8% ABV. This is a Hazy Double IPA with Cryo Citra, Amarillo and Simcoe hops. Brand new. I've never seen it. Once again, great labeling, great can art coming from Arvon. They have just upped their game 153% to be specific. And guys, they're just killing it straight up. So we're going to keep reviewing their beers because they've been doing the best of the best from the jump, representing Michigan, aka Grand Rapids, that part of town in Michigan. So guys, is this going to be good? Let's investigate. July 30th is the can-on date. Bravo, Arvon. You're putting the can-on date like they've been doing typically nowadays. Pretty fresh. It's like less than 2 weeks, guys. It's what, August 11th time of recording. So we're going to dive in, see what this is about. Again, great can art. It is not sunny today in northern Michigan. It's actually a piece of fall in the air. I don't know. It's just a little bit chilly, if you ask me. So it's still summertime, so this is appropriate. We're going to dive in. We got the proper Arvon glassware, so I'm no slouch. Neither are you. Let's get into this one. Yeah, buddy. So this can be like $4.99 for the can. Pretty typical for Arvon, $4 to $5.99, and these days that's not too bad. So getting quality with every pour, guys. Look at that, hazy. Actually not as thick or dense when I poured it at 8%. It actually looked a little bit lighter, and it's not the haziest Arvons I've ever seen. Really good carbonation stream at the top. Really super dense head. I poured it pretty aggressively, but again, the carbonation is next level. And this is like the straw golden yellow, more to the lighter yellow end of the spectrum rather than the dark orange or the copper orange. Way more yellow than typical. And again, it poured just a little bit thinner, but you know, I don't know. Do we give this a roll? Do we put the extra particulate in there? You know, hard to say. So head retention hanging on pretty good, but is dissipating. Look at that sexy beer. Boop, boop. Sexy beer alert. And guys, I'm going to try to get an aroma, but look at this crazy dense, thick viscosity of a head sitting on top, but it looks really good. Again, a little bit thinner than some of your other 8%ers, but I don't know, I feel like, guys, Arvon is like one of the best in the conversation. Like when you think hazy, you're thinking Arvon, you're thinking like Old Nation, you're thinking you know, Midwest Hop Butcher. I mean, they're all doing the 7.5%, 7%, 8%. It's very typical, so it's not like it's outside of a normal wheelhouse for New England styles or DIPAs. Rather, categorize this as a DIPA, even though it's hazy double. It says it on the can. Duh. So, guys, let's try to get an aroma through this dense, thick head. It's really hanging on. It's very thick. I mean, wow. I mean, it's a majestic beast. I mean, really, it's... I mean, hop pellets and concentrated hop oils combined with citrus and stone fruit and tropical notes of, you know, pineapple and mango. Beautiful notes of peaches, like overripe peaches, even the skin of the peach, a little bit of that fuzzy, earthy kind of like, you know, fruity kind of thing without that like super overripe thing as well. So there's both worlds going on there. You know, there's a little bit of like guava, a little bit of like passion fruit thing in there too. Just little hints and bursts of it. A little bit of blueberry, like I don't know. There's weird notes of like blueberry and tangerine. It's all across the board. I mean, when I see like cryo this and cryo that, it seems to be like more popular these days. I see it more and more. It's concentrated hop pellets. It's a more concentrated form of the hop. It comes across very dense. Like I just saw something like this in where was it? Sierra Nevada, maybe. Yeah, like one of their newer ones, or I don't know. Had cryo this and that. And I don't know. Their little thing series. They had one of the new cryo whatever. But guys, it smells a lot like that. Similar hop profile, although this is at a more minuscule scale coming from Arvon. It smells good, bright, still IPA-ish and you know, pine coney and yeah, whatever, guys. Let's dive in. Arvon, 8%. Cheers. Let's check it out. Ooh. Wow. Whoa. It's good. It's like, I didn't get that at first. Honeydew and cantaloupe just popping out like big time. Like peaches, cantaloupe, honeydew, very stone fruit, very melony. Not sure I was getting that blueberry. I don't think that's in there. I don't know what that is. But again, this like juicy lemon, get a moderate tangerine. But again, now I think we're more hugging this like melon, stone fruit, peachy, melony, mango kind of thing going on here. It's more tropical and stone fruit and melony than it is citrus. It's surprising. A little bit of that passion fruit guava thing, just touching base on it. But that like earthy citrus, grassy pine is just really abundant too. So like on the back end, you're still getting the bitterness, you're still getting the dryness, still getting the IPA quality, even with that like malt driven into this at 8% ABV. Still really tasty, really well balanced. That's what Arvon does. It's no shocker. But again, citrus, yes, but cantaloupe, honeydew, and peaches, more prominent and more abundant than the other aspects of this beer. It caught me off guard a little bit. Is this good? Absolutely. Super bright, super tasty, really drinkable at 8%, not getting a big detection of alcohol. And I think the carbonation level's like, it's very high on this. And there's like a little bit of that acidity thing coming from the tropical notes. So you're getting like a high carbonation, high acidity playing on the tongue, a little tickly, prinkly, whatever on the tongue, coupling with fruits and brightness. It's good. I mean, it makes for like, it's not that thick. It makes for like a moderate mouthfeel while still maintaining drinkability. Reminds me of like a high carbonated seltzer with like a little bit more body at 8%. It's not as thick as I would have thought for like some of the other beers at 8%. It's just the body's like actually a touch lacking, but I don't mind that sometimes because it adds to the drinkability. This a little bit overcarbed maybe, but the drinkability is off the charts at 8%. Again, like super drinkable, almost coming a touch watered down without that body. It's weird. Not used to Arvon doing that, like the body coming up a little bit short, but it's not a bad thing per se. But Summer Shine, I don't know. It's you could drink this in the heat, even if you like a big heavy IPA. This comes across as an IPA without being too heavy or a burden on the palate. So is this good? Yeah, it's still got the grassy kind of piney little small dank thing in there as well. But I still get that, like, not so much guava, but I get that a little bit of that passion fruit, gooseberry, cantaloupe, honeydew thing, a little touch of peach. But it's good, guys. It's good. There's a little bit of that tangerine citrus. It's all across the board. There's a lot of good hops in here. Cryo Citra, Amarillo, Simcoe. Just really collecting across the board. It's super dry on the back end. Still good. Still IPA. It's good. Like, man, it's good. I don't know. Arvon, like, nails all these things. It's just becoming like overstated, but sometimes when you pour the rest of that in, the body gets a little bit thicker. I don't know if that's what's happening. I don't know. I can do a little pour. I mean, nah. Body's still hanging on. Maybe a touch more. I don't know, guys. You tell me. Maybe a little bit more hazy, but you guys get the gist. It's good. I feel like I could keep sipping this and my palate would adjust to it because it's quite hoppy. It's got a lot of bitterness too playing into the equation. Little grapefruit. Yeah, the citrus in there. There's like a dank grapefruit in there too. A little zest. The more I play into this, like I feel like I could hug more of the citrus. So there's citrus, there's stone fruit, there's tropical, all across the board. But it's got a little viscosity to it, a little bit of acidity. So guys, is it good? Absolutely. I don't know. 4.2 out of 5. Like Arvon just kills it all the time. It's just getting tired of. I'm tired of saying 4.2 out of 5, but 4.2 out of 5, like another banger. I don't know. Like could be juicier, but it's still dry and drinkable. It's still an IPA. So 4.2 out of 5, guys. It's the Summer Shine from Arvon. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're gonna pour a beer, make sure you pour Michigan beer.